Hello there.
So yesterday I did my first double upload of Better Call Saul. In fact, I uploaded 4 episodes or 4 videos that day. But I did my first double upload of Better Call Saul, uploading episodes 2 and 3 of Season 3. And you guys seem to have really enjoyed it. And you guys seem to be really loving my upload rate of this show. And hell yeah, I love entertaining you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. But at the same time, I do not want to continue and make this habit of doing double upload because I don't want to burn through the show. But I'm not discounting it. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it for the future because who knows, maybe for the penultimate and finale of season 3 I'll do a double upload for episodes 9 and 10, but we're already up to episode 7 of season 3 today, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elie Moses, a 23-year-old law and film student here from City, Australia, shittiest shop, baby. And yeah, our journey of watching Better Call Saul for the first time continues. Let's see how Jimmy continues with life without the law and his suspension. This one is titled Expenses. Let's get into the reaction. Let's have some fun with this thing. Let's smash it. Let's go. I'm telling you, man, this show's like trademark shots is Jimmy against the wall. Remember Alpine Shepherd Boy? Like they just do it so well. Even in the DP, like everything. What are we watching? The Usual Suspects here? Like, is this a community center? Like rehab?
Can I read it first?
It's just a waiver. We're not responsible if you hurt yourself.
That legal brain working. Oh, it is community service. Okay.
Good morning, Saul Goodman Productions.
It's all good, man.
That's right. We do it all. We write it, shoot it, get you on the air for one low price. May I ask what business you have? Yes. Well, our rates are. Sorry, that was our trucks. We're location shooting today. It's a big production, actually. Yes, suspended. So I'm not practicing, so I don't need malpractice insurance. And I'd like to speak to someone about a refund.
Can he suspend or like can he like delay the advertisement? So can he put them on hold for like 12 months so it's still on the contract, like amend the contract like somehow in terms of like, okay, we'll use, I still have these 7 ads and I still have the airing times and I still have to pay the money, but I will suspend it for 12 months. I'll utilize them in 12 months time. And maybe he does, maybe he will do that or figure something out because we do know he ends up doing the Better Call Saul ads. So yeah.
But yeah, well then may I please speak to someone who can make a decision? No, don't put me on hold again, please. Hello? Hello? We're out here for the good of the great city of Albuquerque. Not for you. You're not our Lord and Master. You don't get to sit back and decide who's worthy and who isn't. Am I right?
Dude, are you gonna get in the van or what?
That is the
Come on, 30 minutes, that's not right. You can do better than that.
We could make it 0.
I love how they used, and you guys explained it to me. I think it was my episode 2 reaction or 3, the one where Mike was spying on the individuals doing the deal, where it looked like a miniature, but it's like an optical illusion by blurring out the surroundings. But they did a similar sort of camera shot right here of the highway, where it was like the same tilted shot, I think one of the comments said. So yeah, thank you for telling me that, that they used the same technique here. And I think the camera work in this show, it might be better than Breaking Bad. I saw one comment say it is. And yeah, I'm thinking I might agree with it, even though we're in season 3, so it could blow me away even more.
You're talking to a friend. Look into that lens and see a friend. Can you do that? I mean, think of a specific friend. Do you see him?
Yes.
Okay, who is he?
my friend Ron.
Great.
Ron Weasley.
Look into that lens and see Ron and just two guys just chatting about chairs. Action.
So come on down to Duke City Recliners and put your feet up. Mention this ad and get 10% off your first purchase.
Could be done better.
And cut! Great! That's the
Nah,
one!
nah,
Check
nah,
the gate! How did that feel?
Good, I guess. What did you think?
Good! So good! Just very, very great!
It's very nice.
Listen.
You know, this guy here, the cameraman, I forgot his name in the show, but he look. This is completely like just an observation here. It has nothing to do with any technical aspects or story thing. He just looks like he belongs in Stranger Things. Like he could fit in Stranger Things. I think it's just the hair and glasses. I don't know. It reminds me of Steve Harrington, but he could just fit and slot into the Stranger Things verse. Like I don't know why. I just feel like he can. Like he can just play that 80s character well. Just a thought.
You are on a roll, my friend. I say we strike while the iron is hot. Remember that other offer we discussed? More commercials at the discounted rate? Got my whole crew here. We could bang out 7 more and give you a run that'll make you a household
He's even
name.
got a storyboard.
Mr. Goodman, I love the idea of more commercials, but I just can't swing it. My wife didn't want me to do this one.
You know what? They say you gotta spend money to make money. And,
He's got 7 storyboards.
and I'll tell you what, you got a chance here to potentially spike your sales by hundreds, hell, thousands of new customers who'd never even heard of Duke City Recliners. What do you say?
Sure. But like I said, I only have enough to pay for the one.
Yo, who's the wife? This man's sweating.
Well, you know what? I like you, and I want to help. So I know we discussed a discounted rate of $5.45 per commercial, but if you sign up right now for our elite package, that's 7 commercials. I think we can do the whole thing for
4,600.
500.
Oh, no, okay.
Commercial. Now that is 3,500 all in. That is the bargain of a lifetime.
I don't know. Any chance you could do it on credit?
Everyone's reactions in the background.
No, I can't. Sorry.
Maybe another time? Let me get your money for this one.
Hey, that's 6 more to go. Don't worry.
Can we make this easier? Just split it 4 ways?
I'll split you 4 ways. Don't they teach you capitalism in that school of yours?
Just saying, we got expenses, man.
You don't have expenses. I've got expenses. You see this? This is money I've already spent on airtime for that commercial. $445. You know what that leaves me with?
$100.
$104.95 for writing, directing, producing, client outreach, sales, transpo, all of it.
I get it.
Yeah, so let's get you in the editing room and finish this thing, and I don't want to hear another word about expenses.
Okay, electric. I paid this one.
Expenses.
Anything else?
Yeah, keep the change. $1. Yeah. We can make it 0.
Using the... Oh, man. You gonna do that guy dirty like that? Oh, I still need to search up the cream... Not the cream pie video. Oh, my God. Not that... The cake video. Because they actually recorded it. I need to search it up. I forgot what it's called. Someone sitting in that chair. Nacho. Or Mike? Please be Nacho. I want to see more of Nacho. Yes!
Ah!
My man screamed and I'm like, yes!
I mean, what the hell? How'd you get in here?
Relax. I just want to talk.
Talk? You mean like apologize? Because that's really the only talk I want to hear.
I want to do some business, like before.
Business. Is that like code for stealing my baseball cards?
I'm not here for your baseball cards. I'm here for this.
I could probably get some samples diverted on an R&D request.
So do it.
Why? I mean, what's the point?
I need them.
Okay. And if I don't get them, then what? Are you gonna threaten me, break my legs?
You get me those pills, and I'm gonna pay you $20,000.
That's a lot of baseball cards.
Get them.
Or it could be one, depending on how much you pay for the rarity of it. You know what I love about this show? What I love about this show, even just the Breaking Bad universe in general, every character, whether like being introduced for the first time in Better Call Saul, or you know, being reintroduced in Better Call Saul, you know, to I stuffed up right there. You know what I love about this show? And in the entire Breaking Bad universe in general, whether it's newly introduced characters in Better Call Saul or those, you know, returning, you know, to, I guess, you know, bridge the gap between the two shows and to further expand on the story and provide greater world building. Every character has their own aura and it's absolutely fantastic. Like when, like you can you can feel their presence off the screen. It's so good. Like, Nacho's is probably one of the best in the entire Breaking Bad universe, I'd say, across the two shows. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Handyman. Yeah, he's concreting.
Hey, Pop. You doing okay?
Yeah, it's coming along.
I have a couple of volunteers here. Want to help?
Well, thanks, but I think I'm good.
Please, we can't let you do it all by yourself.
Certainly not after you bought all the supplies.
Mike and Jimmy doing both community service this episode.
Come on. You've got unskilled but eager laborers. Let us do something.
Just point and tell us what to do.
How about you dump one of those packs into the wheelbarrow? And you fill that bucket up to the brim with water. And then you dump it in little by little while he stirs it with a hoe.
You got it.
Okay.
I hope no one does their back. Please. Please. They're like 20 kilo cement bags. Please.
I'm ready. What can I do?
I think we're covered.
You're kidding, right?
It's not that big a job.
You're probably stronger than all of them.
Like this?
You got it. Nice and gentle.
You're Kaylee's pop-pop, right?
I am. I am the very proud grandfather.
I'm Anita.
Mike.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
And you. And thanks for helping.
Well, thank you for not trying to do this all by yourself.
See, even Anita just introduced, and she got a presence. I can tell she has that attitude. Like, I like her. She's verified by the hood community.
Do what now?
Hire you as my backup man. Same terms as before. I don't want to make the same mistake as last time.
You don't want to make the same mistake. Then don't get involved with whatever it is you're getting involved with.
But I'm involved already.
I'm not.
It's Nacho Varga.
What about him?
He broke into my house. He was inside waiting for me. Somehow he got past my security system. I have no idea how.
All he had to do was unplug your phone lines.
Oh, that's it?
Oh.
Huh.
What do you want?
Pills. Well, not exactly. Empty Lydristel capsules. Fine, 3,000. I'll give you 3,000.
I'm not interested. And you find a way out of it.
But
not interested.
Fair play, Mike. Fair play. You know what I've noticed with all the night scenes this episode, whether it be Kim and Jimmy, you know, dealing with the expenses, whether it be Mike right there in that scene, and then there was one more night scene as well, I think with Nacho, and I forgot his name as well. It starts with W, I think, but or his last name starts with W. All the night scenes have this distinct color grading pattern to it this episode, where it's got this sort of like bronze gold yellowish highlight emitting onto all the characters, or they'd be in the background, for instance, like the street lamps, the lamp in the scene with Kim and Jimmy, and as well the lighting when the lights were turned on in the scene with Nacho. And I'm not sure if that's meant to signify something, or it's like in theme with like the yellow of this show, but yeah, it's got that distinct color pattern, and I'd really want to go back and revisit other night scenes in different episodes, but I know they were different as well, but this episode seems to be going along with that. Five-minute power nap? Oh shit, motherfucker.
Look, full disclosure. When you told us about the disciplinary hearing, I admitted I had concerns. So just so you know, I had to do my due diligence. I read the transcripts, all of them. It was amazing.
Hey, sometimes those work wonders.
You and James set him up perfectly. The Magna Carta. It was perfect. You think this chicanery is bad? Who talks like that?
Kim overworking herself to the max, and that's one client only.
Breakdown of loan to deposit ratios by county, and you can see if Mesa Verde is going to comply with Section 109, you will have to raise your loan numbers.
I think we're going to need to check that. That number seems way off.
The numbers are right, but you can review the guidelines if you want, right here. You're gonna check them, or can we move on?
Can we review these fixed mortgage rates? Because that's definitely an area we're going to need to focus our
Hey, James,
attention.
that was unprofessional. I didn't mean to speak to you that way.
Kim, don't worry. It's not a problem at all.
No, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for talking to you like that.
I know how hard you've been working on this. Please, I've forgotten about it already. You should too. Okay?
Yo, that book throw on the table and the pounding on the table, like, I felt that. You can...
As far as I'm concerned, all we did was tear down a sick man. Fixed mortgage rates. I think it's page 3. Yes.
Yeah.
There's an acquisition comparison at the top, and you want to go by total.
Man, that was a fantastic scene right there, and the acting from Kim, like I said, I've said it time and time again, and you guys say in the comment section, the micro expressions on different characters in this show, and just her stare, and even I feel like Kim's wearing more makeup this episode, maybe to cover up the stress, anxiety, and maybe like she's not looking the way she wants to look at the moment. She's not feeling the way she wants to look, because clearly she's not. Like, there's a lot weighing up in her mind, whether it's the stress of Mesa Verde, whether it's overworking herself as well, and the case with Chuck is clearly weighing on her mind as well, and she had to vent and let that out a bit more right there, and just saying to herself, oh man, it's so complex, because it was a win for the case, but like, you saw Paige as well in the scene before entering the elevator. She was sort of like celebrating the case and making fun of Chuck, but then I guess that sort of reinforced Kim's thoughts right there. But really, like, we're toying and making fun of a sick man right there, with a mental illness, and we attacked someone like that, and we not abused someone like that, but like took advantage of in a way. And maybe that goes into Jimmy's actions as well, that Kim has had to ball in all of Jimmy's antics and actions against Chuck, but it's sort of weighing on her moral code as well. I didn't articulate myself well there, but like, you get what I'm trying to say. There's a lot weighing on at Kim at the moment, and she's afraid to say it to Jimmy, and I think she spoke a bit right there about it to Paige.
Come on, it's gonna start, okay?
Yeah, you definitely flooded it. He drained the battery.
Can you not talk about something you know absolutely nothing about? Shh, I just need to think for 1 minute. You see that? Fender Stratocaster signed by Richie Blackmore. You know who that is, right?
Someone no one's ever heard of?
That's real good. I hope your parents enjoy supporting you for the rest of their lives. Come on. Richie Blackmore. Deep Purple.
Oh, another brick in the wall.
Oh, I weep for the future. EQ, in tune.
Yeah, but what about the time slot? I mean, Murder, She Wrote repeats, come on.
Grandmas love buying the gift of music for little Johnny and Sally and Skip.
It's the biggest ripoff with the time
And
slot.
it's school recital season, so where are the kids gonna get those recorders?
We don't sell recorders.
Synthesizers then. But the point is, those Social Security checks, they gotta be spent somewhere. Hey, as it happens, today only, I can offer the same package, but 50%
Elite
off.
package.
I'll shoot the spot for free.
For free. You will shoot this spot for free.
I'll film your ad, and I'll put it on the air. But when you see more traffic coming through here, and you will, then we do the other spots for the original rate. Okay, now how can you say no?
I feel bad for the crew as well, just as much as for Jimmy. But at the same time, Jimmy is ripping off people with these commercials. And these guys should know better just to split ways with him or part ways with him. Because this clearly ain't working.
You gonna catch the bus, Mr. McGill?
No, you guys get to the editing room. I just need to sit.
This episode should be called Stressed. Everybody hella stressed this episode. I mean, it is called Expenses, and that comes with, like, stress comes with expenses. Like, yeah.
Mr. McGill.
Aww.
No, I can't.
It's okay.
No, that's yours. You earned it.
But you're losing money.
We'll see. It'll be fine.
It's the line delivery right there. It was so, like... It was so heartfelt. It's like, oh.
So I finally got my act together.
Wait. Use the new guitars, drums, and more. ABQ and Tune. Is that two separate music stores competing right next to each other? And he just filmed an ad for one? Like...
I cried. I cried when I washed them. I cried when I folded them. I cried when I dropped them off. But once it was done, it felt good to let them go.
Anita, the MVP of this episode.
I kept his uniform, though. Can't let that go. Lord, he'd never forgive me if I let that go.
I guess they feel if you can face this, you can face anything.
Could be. I must be stronger than I think.
You mind if I ask? And I really don't mean to pry.
Let me guess. You have another construction job you need my help on.
No, but if I do, you'll be the first person to call.
She must have done a great job.
Okay, ask away. Well, Alan loved to hike. We even opened a camping supply store. I helped him with the mail order side of it. And then, this was 8 years ago. He went hiking in Gila National and never came back. They found our car, but they never found him. And I don't know if he slipped and fell or had a heart attack or met someone who didn't like the way he looked. I don't know. And even after all these years, not knowing how he passed or where he is, I wish it didn't matter.
My initial thought is that
But it
there's
does.
some connection with Alan and the cartel, and he got involved with, or like, just wrong place, wrong time, and they buried his body out in the desert. That's my initial thought, but like, I feel like I'm looking too much into it. But maybe it's just one of those things that is what it is, but...
Why?
I'm in.
Come on, we're going.
I
Up.
can't.
No, nothing. Nothing you can do to stop this. Oh, one thing. You have to drive.
Sometimes you just need to say F it and just take a break and get out.
Oh, Alfred Hitchcock in a rented toupee.
Come on, why would you rent a toupee?
You know, from the toupee store, so you don't have to maintain it.
I see that Crown Tequila bottle on the shelves.
7 and 7.
Yeah. I'm spreading the points around. I got a system.
Oh.
Takes the bet. I got every dollar that guy owns.
We are here to meet a celebrity who's donating to my charity.
Kevin
I
Costner.
will go stand in that corner. You point me out. You're meeting Kevin Costner.
What? You don't look like Kevin Costner.
I look exactly like Kevin Costner. People are always coming up to me saying they love me in Bull Durham.
Never. Never have.
Always.
No, not one. Hey,
You.
yes, sir.
What is this?
Dirty martini?
No, this is a $14 glass of puke. Why don't you get that idiot look off your face and get me another one?
Rick, we're looking for bait here.
Well, I want vodka. What am I just gonna...
Tell him you can't leave me. Not yet. Let him know you're trying to roll me. He'll want in. He'll help you ply me with booze. Then you take my wallet, you lift the card. Following this?
We're not actually doing this, right?
I love Kim's worried
Who's
expression because of the way Jimmy's delivering this.
Yeah.
With like such a menacing tone.
Just talking.
What?
Nothing. It's not nothing. What?
I keep thinking, was there another way?
Another way? Chuck? Is that what you're talking about? Kim, he had us in a corner. Okay, we did what we had to do.
But Rebecca.
Everything that happened was his own fault. Everything.
No.
In the rearview mirror. He is not worth thinking about.
Not really. At the same time, we got to see both sides. Even if the show wants you to root for Jimmy, he put Chuck in that position by frauding the documents. I mean, Chuck got everything inch perfect, but at the same time, it's because we love how, like, I love how Chuck is always, you know, trying to uphold the law, and he's very aristocratic in that way. Like, that's his motto, that's his jam. But at the same time, he still has that jealousy and like envy for Jimmy. And he does have a vendetta for him and against him, sorry, and that came into play as well with trying to hunt him down, despite being his brother. And they're both in the wrong. I've said time and time again, they're both in the wrong. But if we were to say who did the more wrong things, I'm leaning towards Jimmy. Like, I'm not gonna defend him just because it's entertaining to watch. Nah, he did a really, really bad thing forging those documents, and that was a big low blow, especially I think knowing his brother and knowing how he's reacted over the years to certain situations. He knew Chuck was gonna go off like this. I feel like especially to taking that L at the trial hearing and being embarrassed like that. He was inch perfect right about Jimmy and how he did it. It was cool to see them sort of maneuver their way around it and get like sort of the 12-month suspension. But at the same time, I don't know, because we saw that scene a couple episodes ago of Chuck being ready to move on from this, and him and Howard are ready to, you know, partner up again and do their own things. Because Chuck, when it comes to the law, he's crazy. He's very good. I respect him. You got to respect your opponents all the time. He's unbelievable. But at the same time, it's just the Jimmy relationship. It's complicated.
How about that one? I bet we could get him to invest in some of Giselle St. Clair's land in South Africa.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Mining rights would be all his.
The chemistry ain't there in this scene in terms of the hook, line, sinker shenanigans. It's not gonna. It doesn't feel like it's gonna work. It doesn't feel right tonight.
Hector wants to use my dad's business. My dad is a straight arrow. He won't stand for it, which means he goes to the police, which means he's a dead man. And that's not happening.
You get caught, it could get worse.
You don't think I know who I'm dealing with?
No, I don't.
I love how they use the same locations for meeting up, just at a different time of day. It's so good. And you can see sort of like the sunset in the background right there. Or it could be the sunrise.
There are more people than the Salamancas to worry about here. Now, if you manage to pull this off without a bullet in your head and switch those pills, then switch them back.
Switched him back. Why?
Anyone gets an itch about the medicine not working, they're gonna look at those pills. You do this, switch them back.
So, you gonna let us make this deal?
You got the money? Good. Now, before we do this, I'm gonna need one more thing from you.
Yes. Okay.
Is he going for a job
Apple,
interview?
See you now. Second door.
What about we put the insurance on hold? And then if someone were to try to sue me, which they won't, then we just kick that old policy back into gear.
I understand your situation, I do, but there are rules preventing us from stopping and starting coverage. And I regret to inform you that when your license is reinstated next year, because of the suspension, your premiums are going to go up. Looks like roughly 150%.
Damn. Woo! Sometimes all you can do is sit back and laugh.
Mr. McGill?
I ain't cry.
Mr. McGill, I'm sorry.
I swear, if he's pulling up an act.
We could help you, but we just can't.
I'm sorry. And I know you can't do anything.
Right. He trying to pull on the
I'm
heartstrings.
out on this community service and getting ripped off left and right, and my car won't start. My gal is disappointed in me, and my brother. My brother is sick.
Like you care.
He's alone.
You just told Kim 2 seconds ago.
I spent years caring for him, and now he hates me. He's the only family I got left, and he hates me. He hates my guts.
Is this your brother Charles?
And I pretend not to care, but he's my brother. How
I'm not
could I not?
I'm not falling for this.
He's mentally ill. He had a complete mental breakdown at the bar hearing.
Your brother, he had a breakdown in court?
It's in the transcripts. I'm not worried. I'm just... If he screws up with one more big client... Don't write. What are you writing? No, don't write. I didn't mean to say that. I don't want him to get in trouble with you guys because of me.
Right.
Sorry, I'm gonna go. You're not gonna do anything, are you?
I wouldn't worry about it, Mr. McGill. Please feel better.
I'm sorry. Just forget.
Motherfucker! Hey, that was a decent episode. Not the strongest of season 3, but I think solid throughout. Obviously, whoa, what the fudge? What the fudge? Oh, okay, the next episode started. I was like, what the heck is that hammer sound? But yeah, a slowish episode, more character development and I guess character interactions. And yeah, we get to see more of the struggles of Jimmy and Kim this episode as well. Like, they're both going through it at the moment, and you even saw the scene where they tried to pull off the shenanigans and fun and try to scam people, not even scam people, but just try to muck around with them and have their usual games at the bar and find their target. That scene was even cut short. We didn't even get to see the experience of that because I don't even think they went through with that. Because judging by the mood and tone of the episode and where the characters are at mentally, and the way they're just acting at the moment, the morale is very low for everyone. Judging by the way they interacted in that scene, I felt like as the viewer, I knew they didn't go through with anything, or if they did try to go through with anything, it didn't work. I mean, the scene itself wasn't feeling right. It wasn't, it felt like forced that they were trying to have that night out. Like, I mean, Jimmy's intentions were good to have that break, but when it came to sort of pulling it off, it didn't work out. And yeah, it's going to be very, very... very, very interesting to see what Jimmy tried to pull off at the end there in terms of like the insurance company, especially with the premiums going up, and him pulling that act and shtick on the woman right there. Like, I wasn't falling for it. I had to say, but it's gonna be interesting to see what he tried to do at the end there and what she was writing down. And obviously when he said that he had a mental breakdown in court, she sort of repeated that question, and he's like, it's in the transcripts. So maybe that's going to have something to do with Chuck's insurance, or Jimmy having potentially some money issues resolved. So I'm not too sure. I do like the Mike storyline with Nacho. I feel like I'm loving that one at the moment, especially with the Salamancas. It's a very tensions and high stakes moment right here, especially with Nacho, because this could mean a lot for his character, especially if he gets caught out and found out for what he's doing. And it's going to be interesting to see. I like how Mike's sort of like protecting him and warning him about what he's doing, and potentially not thinking about the potential consequences of doing that to Salamanca. But yeah, and it's going to be crazy to see everything unfold later this season. We got 3 episodes to go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. As always, been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.